Hey, hey, hey. Hey, what's up? What's up? What's up, everyone? Let me I'm trying to watch the live stream so I can see your comments and everything like that. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So today's topic is about I'm Sam certified. Now what? I'm super excited to be here. What's up? What's up for everyone? Welcome back to another episode of Family Talk Friday, where we're talking about how to grow a thriving business, but in a way that it helps you to truly generate wealth that you can pass down for generations to come. And that is by leveraging your business as a wealth building generating vehicle. And that's what we share here today. So not only can you or can I help you get there with government contracting, inside my program, of course, we share tips and insights and knowledge, of course, but there's a step-by-step strategy to actually getting it done. And that is the things that I share inside my program. But I also help you connect with several other resources that can help you, resources as well as experts that can help you strategically maximize and monetize systematically or strategically so that you're able to generate wealth in every aspect of your life. And so, for those of you who are just joining us, welcome to the live stream. I am Karwana D, your government contract strategist, and I help women and minority small business owners. So that includes you, men, minority men, as well. Learn a step-by-step system to landing government contracts, and this is a proven system that actually gets you results and it works, right? So the system that I personally designed and created. And this system is called the $1 trillion Government Contracts Accelerator. There's literally trillions of dollars that is out there for you as a minority and a woman, small business owner. And I just want to help you get to it, right? So welcome everyone. Hello, Crystal. I see that you've been here first, and welcome to the live stream. Thank you so much for joining me on YouTube. Um, Now, for those who are watching on Facebook, be sure to click on the StreamYard link so that you are able to show your name, so I can see your name. Otherwise, it'll say Facebook user, and I don't know who you are. But hello, Lorraine, Glenn. So be sure to click on the StreamYard link so I can see your name instead of Facebook user. It says, "Hey, Carwana," but it says Facebook user. Somebody got their cage code. It says Facebook user, but congratulations, you are just beginning, right? So congratulations. That is a huge step. It's a huge milestone, and I just want to celebrate you right there as well. So, Amelisa, hello, hello, and hi, Sakura. So hopefully I said your name correctly. Hello, Sakura. Thank you so much for joining me today. And Tangi, hello, good morning, Queen. Good morning. Tawanda Harvey, cage code. Yeah. Okay, so Tawanda Harvey, you got your cage code. Awesome. Welcome to the group. Congratulations to you. I think that is super awesome. So I think today is going to be very, 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 very informative for you where you are. Hello, Lisa Lee from Chandler, Arizona for notary services. Awesome. Eric Bland, good afternoon. Chalma, Kioma, I don't know. Thank you so much. You say you're a huge fan. Um, and I'm sorry, I apologize in advance because I know I butchered your name. I don't know if it's Kioma, but I'm trying my best. Hi, Kesey and Elaine. Happy Friday to everyone. So in today's video, you're going to learn 5 tips for those of you who have the question. I'm Sam certified. Now what? So I'm gonna share some 5 tips, 5 easy tips. I'm not gonna keep you here long, but I definitely think that it's definitely worth the time to have a conversation for those who are Sam certified, have just gotten your cage code, because many people don't know that Sam and Cage, like it's all connected, and they're like, I got the cage code. How do I get Sam registered? So in order for you to get your cage code, you have to have registered in Sam, which means you're a federally certified contractor. And that's just one step of several, right? So we're going to talk about that today. Hey Tracy, welcome, welcome, welcome. So to answer the question, I'm Sam certified. Now what? My first thought that I want to share with you. Hi, Tawanda. I should be good now. Yep, I see your name. Yep. So I'm Sam certified. Now what? So My first thought and reaction to that is you've only just begun. So, and the reason why I say that is because so many small business owners, and you've heard me say this several times, a lot of business owners, they stop there, right? Or they only know that that is it, right? So I'm SAM certified. Now what? You've only infiltrated, like, or implemented, like, not even half of a percent of what you need to do, right? To be fully ready for government contracts. That is just very, 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 like, half a percent. But I do want to say that if you've gotten through the beast of SAM registration, that's a huge milestone, even though it's just a half a percent of where you need to be and where you need to go and all the things that you need to know when it comes to landing those contracts. It's a long way to go, right? But Sam is the beast, right? And it's definitely is definitely something that anybody can do, and anybody can get registered in SAM to become federally certified as a government contractor on the federal side. However, it's just the beginning. And if you can get through that, I'm just like, well, you've gotten your stuff together, you understand your business and your NAICS codes, and you understand your taxpayer information, right? There's no mismatch and all this stuff, because a lot of people get hung up because they don't understand that. They don't even have that firsthand knowledge of what their business is and what documents and identification goes with their business, and information is mismatched and they can't get through. Um, so hello, Heart, and Heart Makita Heart, hello, and Kiana Lachey. So I'll answer those questions in just a moment. Okay, so number one, all right. So my first tip to the question, when you're talking about I'm SAM certified, I got my cage code. Now I want to know what are the next steps. This is a very common question that I hear. Hey Pierre, a lot. And the first thing that I want to do, the first tip that I want to share is now it's time to audit your business. What I mean by that is it's time to pay attention. Hello, Olivia. It's time to pay attention to what you've accomplished so far in getting SAM registered, and think about strategically what that means for you in business as a business owner, right? So being SAM registered only means that now you are qualified for this contracts on the federal government level to bid on contracts, right? And to get those set aside contracts that are set aside for those who are SAM registered. Okay. Now, when I say audit, you want to do an audit. When you guys have been following me for a while, when I talk about all the having all of the alphabet soup and looking at all of your socioeconomic disadvantages, right? You're more than just a small business that's federally certified. If you look in the mirror and you see brown skin, like a tan or whatever, and you consider yourself to be a minority, then you need to be looking at, am I minority certified yet? No. If you're just SAM certified, that means you're not minority certified yet. Okay. If you look in the mirror and see that there's a female in that looking back at you, right? Then you need to be asking yourself, am I certified as a woman-owned business? And being SAM certified does not mean that you're woman-owned certified either. So when I say audit your business, if you're a disadvantaged business, like if you haven't even hit the $30 million threshold, or you haven't even made your first $5 in business, or whatever that looks like for you, you're considered a disadvantaged business. Well, there is a certification for that. So audit your business and make sure that you've gotten all those certifications, because guess what? Being SAM certified only means that if there's a federal contract with that set aside, as a goal, as a federally certified small business, if that's the goal of that contract is set aside for you, you can go after that. But you're leaving so much more money on the table, because more times than none, there's going to be a goal for a woman set aside, for minority set aside, for disadvantaged set aside, for all that, right? So that's just like saying, give me this pool of money, but all these other millions and billions I don't want. So I would say audit and see where you are. Where do you stand? So just begin to know that there's more than just Sam, right? And with Sam, right, and I'm gonna tell you, there's a strategy to getting federal contracts. These are the strategies that I teach inside my program. But I'm saying, if you're SAM certified and you're going to beta.sam.gov to look for federal contracts, you're not most likely not going to find stuff because nothing is there. So that's why you have to know the ins and outs of how to look for opportunities, where to find them at, how to market yourself, build a knowledge relate, like all of that stuff is there's a blueprint for success, right? So you can go on for 5 years being SAM certified and never land a single contract if you don't understand the process. And so that's why I say you definitely want to, do an audit of your business and see, well, have I audited? And according to my audit, I am positioned for every opportunity that I may potentially or possibly run into. I'm ready, right? I'm ready for it. So are you ready? So ask yourself, out of all of those different socioeconomic disadvantaged backgrounds, including LGBT, including service disabled veteran, all of those things require a certification. All of those things require a formal application. All of those things require paperwork. So you have to do your due diligence to make sure that you've audited your situation and your business to make sure that you're fully ready to receive everything that is out there for you to receive. Okay. So that's my tip number one. Yay, I caught it live. A hood hippie. Yay. Let me see. Kesey says, I'm stuck in draft status for the economic disadvantaged woman on small business. Yeah, so I don't know if you're stuck, probably because the system is broken, or if it's because there's some questions that you don't understand how to answer. So yeah, share some more details. Hey Joyce, Powell, I haven't seen you just yet. I know there's a Joyce that's in the program, but I haven't seen her at all. So so I think you are enrolled in the program, but I haven't seen you just yet show up. So where's the info about the course? Good question. I will share that information towards the end. Definitely will share more information. Um, that's okay. That's okay. I've been looking for you, trying to see where you at, girl. So out of your business. Number two, the second tip that I want to give you once you've been SAM certified is optimize and maximize. What I mean by that is that, so after you audited your business and you know that you've hit all the checkpoints officially, right? Because just being Black is not good enough. Just being a woman is not good enough. You have to register for those. Like, yeah, I'm Black. Yeah, I'm a woman. Yeah, I'm disadvantaged. Yeah, I'm living a HUD zone. Yeah, you have to register for that to be official. But then once you become official, then you want to optimize and maximize. What do I mean by that? Well, what does it mean to be minority certified, woman-owned certified, and all these SAMs? Or what does it mean, right? So what that means is each certification opens up the doors of opportunities to a different level of government. Okay. There are three main levels of government. There's your local city and county, there's your state, and then there is the federal government. Okay. On the federal government side, there's not only SAM, but there is who was saying woman. So like Kesey said, there's the WOSB, woman owned small business federal. And there's the economically disadvantaged woman owned small business federal. That's federal, right? So that that opens up opportunities on the federal side for you to do federal contracting. And just because it's federal does not mean that you can't find that federal opportunity in your city and county, right? Because it just means where the money coming from. Is it coming from federal? Is it coming from the state? Is it coming from the city, right? So just know that there's a difference between all of these different types of certifications. So now, okay, so the federal certifications open up opportunities for the federal government contracting programs. Okay. Now we're talking about state certified. On the state level, they have minority and they have woman state small business certification. So there's a bunch of different acronyms. Every state has their different ways that they do it, right? Disadvantaged, woman owned, minority owned. Some have swim and whatever, all these other things, acronyms. There's acronyms. Don't get caught up in the acronyms. Just know that there are programs in your state that opens up opportunities for you to do contracting opportunities with your state as a state certified, right? So now we're talking about federal and state, right? There's trillions of dollars on the federal level, there's trillions of dollars on the state level. So now you're optimized to go after multiple trillions just on those two statuses. Okay. In addition to that, when you're optimizing and maximizing, you have to know how to leverage those certifications. So if you're local to your city, which if you have a business, you're locally a city vendor. You're in some type of local city or county as a business owner, and there's a certification for that, right? So let's just say you're in the city of Atlanta, right, or the city of Miami, or whatever that is. Most cities, except for those who are the small cities that fall on the county line, or maybe in a rural area, or maybe the population is like 2,000 people. Most of them don't have programs, but most cities have a local business type of certification program. It could be on the minority side, locally, local minority, local woman, local business enterprise, whatever those acronyms. Don't get caught up again in those acronyms. It's just know that the city has programs, right? That allows you as a city business to go after those contracts that are set aside for you as a local business. So that stimulates the local local economy, the cities, the city business owners, right? So it helps you to build wealth on the city level. So optimize and maximize means that you've optimized your certification so that you're beyond SAM, okay? Because you may not find a whole lot of opportunities there, or you're limiting your opportunities. You're beyond SAM, and now you're state and also local, right? So whatever type of opportunity that comes out, you're like, oh, I got that. Oh, okay, you're looking for me. Oh, yeah, I'm minority certified with the state. And if the opportunity with the federal government opens up on your city level, you're like, oh, yeah, and they have a city goal. So you're like, okay, I'm federally certified and I'm certified with the city. So boom, you get twice, twice credit. You get credit twice for me, right? So I'm like a double win, right? For that opportunity. Hey, love. Hey, Yada. Hey, Yada, how you doing? And is it Kazaya? Kazaya, hello. Good afternoon. Glad you made it. M&S Notary Services, hello. Yeah, so optimize. That's optimize and maximize. So you want to maximize opportunity. You don't want to leave any money on the table, especially if you're in business to do business. It only makes sense to be in position, right? A lot of small business, this is not going to be for everybody. Some people don't have the time, the capacity, and they don't have the will and the drive to fill out all that paperwork. It's a lot of paperwork. It's a lot of documentation. You do have to have your business in order. It forces you to become a CEO and know what your Dun and Brad is. It forces you to know what your EIN number is. It forces you to find your tax documentations and your Schedule C's, and it forces you to do quarterly reports of your payroll if you have payroll. It forces you to find out how you file your taxes, and it forces you to have some type of business. It forces you to have all these things. But the great part about all that work on the front end is there's opportunities of unlimited potential income for lifetimes and cycles to come, which will help you build generations of of wealth, help you to achieve your bigger dreams, to become, I want to say a giver backer. That is not proper English. A person that gives back to society and to your community. Now you have the means and the resources to be in position to do that, right? But it starts with the hard work. The hard work. And I'm not saying, and I will never make you think that it's easy, because it takes work, right? So only the strong survive. The race is not given to the weak or to the strong, but to the one that endures to the end. The one that endures. That means that, yeah, you may bump your head, yeah, that you may get declined, but guess what? You get back up. You find out why they declined your application and fix what is wrong. You can't just give them anything. Just give them that. They ask for a business card and you just write on a piece of paper, this is what I do. No, you can't just give them anything. It has to be official documentation. You have to do it right? And so those are the ones who do the work on the front end. Those are the ones that I find will succeed. because now that you've done the hard work, you're like, I'm ready, I'm in position, and now I want to know what's next. It's always a learning thing, right? You never just can read a book and know it all. I don't even know it all. And I've been doing this since 2008, 2010, around that time. I've been doing, and every single day I learn something new about government contracting, right? But the system that I designed helps you to get there faster. It shows you how to get to the money. Beyond the money, there's so much more to learn. You got to know about how to do your books, how to do your paperwork, payroll, prime. If you're a prime contractor, the reporting part. There's so many things that you have to learn behind the scenes when it comes to business, even when you get to the money. So it's always going to be a learning process, right? And for those who are just like, it's too much work, and the way my dog ate my cat last week, I really don't have time for that right now, that type of stuff. It's if you at the beginning and you have those types of hurdles and things that you have allowed yourself to fall into, right? Because it's an allowance, it's a choice, it's a decision that you made to prioritize the dog over the cat. For those who are stuck right there, it's going to be a long journey, and maybe you probably will end up giving up before you even get there, because you have built those walls and built those reasons not to win for yourself, right? But the opportunity is there, and it's equal opportunity for everybody that's willing to do the work to get there. Hey, Princess. Now working on applying for cert. So cool. Hey, Elaine. Is there a time frame required for being in business in order to be approved for different certs? No. So that's a really good question. And for most of the certifications, there is no time frame required. Some of them, yeah, there are, right? So it is not the same scenario for everybody on air, because people are in different cities, they're in different states, they're certifying under different programs, and so there's a variation, right? But for the most part, you can be in business a month and get certified, as long as the IRS have your Dun and Brad and your EIN registered, you can be certified, right? On some levels in the city, some cities require you to have either 6 months or 12 months in place in that city, doing business in that city, which means your business license needs to have started 6 months before you can get certified as a local business, right? The reason being, and that's not for every city, it's going to be different. It's case by case basis, okay? And the reason being is, in order for them to have this program in a city that is set aside contracts for city-owned businesses, they have to have some type of protection and rules, which means that if there's a contract that is set aside for a local city-owned business, right? You're local, you've been in that city for 20 years doing business or whatever, and then all of a sudden somebody from Ohio decides to go to Georgia because there's this huge contracting opportunity. They've been there for a week. It's unfair for them to take a contract that rightfully belongs to you. And so that is the reason why they have those types of parameters in place on some of the city levels. Now, for some major certifications like the 8A program, it may require you to be in business for 2 to 3 years, right? Or to have 2 to 3 years business experience before you can qualify for that program. But don't think that because this city says I have to wait 6 months or whatever in order to be city certified, don't think that stops you from being state and federal certified, because all these other certifications, you can still be doing business in the city on a contract that is state funded or on a contract that is federally funded while you're waiting 6 months to also be able to go after locally city funded programs. And so don't stop. Don't create issues and don't create rules that doesn't exist, right? So you can achieve whatever it is that you want to achieve. Is that you just have to understand what you're asking, but also understand what the rules are and play by the rules, right? We can't break rules. You just got to play by the rules and know how everything is going to fall in place. That's why I say the more you audit and optimize and maximize, the better of a position you'll be in. So for those who are like, Sam certified, now what? That's what. There's a lot more to do. There's a lot more work. And so that's just the beginning. So number 3, my third tip is strategic targeting. right? So once you become certified, whether it's just SAM or you've opened up and maximized on all the different levels, now you have to understand that there's something next, right? It's not going to fall in your lap. You can't just say, "Oh, I got this certifications, give me, give me, give me." No, there's work that needs to happen. You have to understand how to strategically market yourself, how to build relationships, how to where to do the research to find out who's even giving contracts and what I do, who's gotten contracts. There's research that needs to happen. Like I said, yeah, there's trillions of dollars on the table, but yeah, you also have to do the work. There's research, there's strategies that come into place. All of these strategies and things that we've laid out in our program to make it easy for people who are just like, because you don't know what you don't know, right? Until you know it. And so, like, if you're just trying to figure things out one piece at a time, of course, you're not going to think, I need to do this. Or you're not going to think, oh, let me do that. If you've never been there before and you don't even know that that's something that exists, you don't even know, right? So it may take you 10 years, 20 years, or whatever to really understand what you just stepped into, right? It could. I'm not saying it will take you that long, but I'm saying it could, right? Without no strategy, no blueprint, no roadmap to where you're going. And so that is the reason why when you're starting a business, they always ask, like, do you have a business plan? That's your roadmap. Where are you going? So when you're starting government, when you get into government contracting, you need to ask yourself, do I have a blueprint? Right? Do I know at least the different steps and things that I need to be thinking about, preparing for, and doing to get to my first contract? At least that. Because if you can get one, you can get two. If you can get two, you can get four. If you get four, you can get eight, and so on and so on, right? So it's just getting there. Do you have a roadmap to get there? So being strategic in your targeting, and knowing who's selling or who's buying what level of government they're buying it at, what certification is attached to that buy, and do I have that certification in order for me to claim my piece? How do I claim my piece? These are all, how do I leverage that? How do I make them put a goal on it? All that stuff. These are all things that comes with strategy. It all comes with strategy and having a system in place. So that is my third tip. Number 4, thank you, Lashana. Number 4 is marketing, right? So beyond being optimized and knowing that you have a strategy in place, you have to understand marketing. How you can't just show up and, like, I got a certificate, give me a contract or whatever. Marketing, even in this, you don't have to spend a single dime on advertising or marketing at all, but you do have to have a strategy in place of how you're going to market, because there's multiple ways that opportunities are going to come to you once you are in position, right? Once you're in formation, there's multiple ways that opportunities are going to come to you. One is there's a passive way, right? Now you're in a system, people are going to start calling, they're going to start emailing you, right? All those different things. But the second way is proactive. You have to be proactive as well, because it's the proactive marketing strategy that actually opens up doors, let them know you exist, and makes them utilize your certifications and your hard work, right, in these areas. So you have to have a marketing plan. So let me read some of these questions. Hey, she boss talk. Shantae Rowdy, she's here. Hello, hello, hello. Good afternoon to you. Amber, hello, Amber Washington. Jaleesa says, I've been listening to you real closely and I have a plan. I got your email this morning and have a strategy and goals. So good, awesome. Thank you so much for following. Lashana says, this is really good. So much information. Hey, Wakita and Angela, hello, hello, hello. So marketing. So that's number 4. So tip number 5 is bidding, right? So once you have these things in place, and these are tips, right? These are tips and things that you should be thinking about. But number 5 is bidding. Most people that they're just getting started have never done that before. They don't know what it is, what it looks like, how to respond to it, how to do it, how to do the research on it, none of that stuff, right? And so you have to know that when it comes to government contracting, for the most part, there's a bidding and proposal writing process, and you have to know or find someone who can show you or teach you, or get a system like mine, the blueprint and strategy that teaches you all these things or whatever, even if it's not me, because every coach is not for everybody. I specifically have a certain checklist of people that I know that I want to work with, and that we don't just work with everybody. We only work with those that we 100% know for a fact that we can help you get results, because that's what it's all about. It's each one teach one. And guess what? Many of you probably don't even know the reason why I'm even here sharing valuable information is because government contracting changed my life. Yes, I am in the field contracting with the government. Yes, I've been doing that for years. Yes, I've been able to generate millions of dollars doing that. And the reason why I share it here is because it's powerful. It has changed my life. It has allowed me to do things that I never thought was possible. It has allowed me to be a trailblazer and to change the narrative of generational curses that have passed down from working paycheck to paycheck and all of these other things. It allowed me to be able to be a philanthropist and to give back in so many ways. And I'm like, I want that for my people. So that is the reason why I say I work with women and minority small business owners, because I know what it's like in our communities. I know the lack that is there. I know what we've lost. I know the struggle, and I know what's happening with Black businesses right now. People are struggling, and it's hard. And so that is the reason why I do this. I'm passionate about doing so. And so bidding, getting back to that. So the tip about bidding is you have to learn how to do that, right? And it's not writing a letter, it's not writing a resume, it's not just creating, you have to understand that there's a process to bidding, right? So you're welcome, Princess. Hello, Tammy. I'm wanting to get there. I'm so close but stuck. Zaya, hello. So and guess what? And I appreciate you for sharing that information, because if you're stuck, it's time, get unstuck. There's a way to get unstuck, right? How do you do that? You have to either find a coach, a consultant, someone, a program, or someone. And all programs aren't created equal. I'm just going to put it out there. I don't know what other people are doing, but I know that I designed a system and people are getting results. The system, the $1 trillion government contracts accelerator, you won't find anywhere, because I created that. I created it out of landing my first contract, figuring out all the things I did to get there, redoing those steps, and landing multiple contracts. And once I learned that I can land multiple contracts following that same exact system, I said, guess what? I figured it out, right? I figured out a system that actually works. And so this is a system that I help my clients to implement into their business. And you follow the system, you get the results, and it's just proven, and it works, right? You're not going to find the $1 trillion government contracts anywhere else. I own it. I patented it. I trademarked it. I own that system. And so it's not offered anywhere else. But most people are looking for, other, just piecing things together, right? Piecing things together. And that's the reason why a lot of times you're stuck. And the good thing about knowing where you are and knowing that you're stuck is that you need a solution, right? You either need to figure it out yourself or find someone who can help you get unstuck, or someone who can help you with a system that actually works. And that's just the way that it is, right? And so it takes knowledge, right? So and sometimes, and hear me out when I say this, because I hear this and I hear it often. And it's funny that it happens like more times than none, especially like our community, like Black and brown folks, is like, we're so hard. Like, it's so hard for us to try to forget everything that we thought we learned that got us absolutely no results and learn something that's actually going to get you new results, or real results, right? The reason why I say that is because several times I hear, oh, I'm SAM certified, I already got this and that. All I need is this one piece, right? And I hear that often, and I think it's troubling to me, only because I know what's missing. Because my litmus test is, if you got this and that, and all you need is that one piece, what's stopping you from getting that one piece? And then with this and that, how many contracts have you gotten? None. Do you know how to bid? No. Do you know where to find opportunities? No. So you need a system, right? So even though you think you've made all this progress, and I don't take anything away from anyone, because anything that you can learn and you think you know, right? The test is, what have your knowledge brought you? And if it's brought you 0 results, and I test, and I average, like, basically results. I value results as dollars in the bank, checks in the mail, right? So if it's brought you 0 results, then you're doing it wrong, or there's something that's missing, or it's something that you think you know that you don't know, or you don't know what you don't know, but I can show you how to know it. That type of thing, right? And so that's just like saying, I have this key to a Toyota, but my car is a Mercedes-Benz, right? You can't use a Toyota key on a Mercedes-Benz and just say, oh, I just need that body to go with this key. It doesn't work, right? And even if you lose a key to the Mercedes-Benz, we all know that that key was designed for this particular Benz. I'm talking about systems. I'm talking about where you're getting your information, your sourcing, and how you're going about government contracting. If you lose a key to a Mercedes-Benz, you have to get that whole ignition taken out and replaced with a key that matches, because the key has to sync up with the brain of the engine. I know, because I got one. But so I'm just saying, like, so you can't get a little bit of information from over here and expect it to work with just that one piece that's over there. You need a system, and a system has to be designed that works together. And so no matter where you are in the journey, we always start with, let's start with the basics, because we need to audit and see where you know what you missed, where you messed up. Even if you feel like, oh, I already have my certification, so let's start with the basics. Let's audit those certifications. Do you know how to use them? Do you know how to leverage them? Do you know that this one opens up opportunities over here? Do you know how to find opportunities over there? All that stuff. So we're still going to start with the basics, because the system works together, not a piece. You can't get a piece, and you can't take the steering wheel out the car and think you're going to drive just on your feet with the steering wheel. It don't work like that. You have to get the whole system. So anyway, I'm just saying, y'all already know, I am 100% transparent, and I share that information because I want to help people. And I really want to help. And I see where people are getting hung up and stuck. And I'm like, let's get you unstuck. If that's okay. If you really want to get unstuck. And this is something that's not going to take you 12 months to try to figure out if it'll work. People are getting contracts in 90 days or less. In some cases, less. 90 days. Implement the system, 90 days. So when you're talking about, is it going to bring me a return on my investment? I was just talking to a lady today, and I'm going to share with you all. These are some relationships that I'm building behind the scenes for those who are working with me inside my program, and those who are going to be, I'm going to share with you all about our new membership that's happening. Those who are going to be a part of our new membership, I'm making like, it's about a year of growth. And I'm just so grateful that God has allowed me to be a vessel, to be a blessing to so many women and so many minority small business owners across the nation, because the relationships that I'm building is going to help so many people thrive, so many people, communities, rebirth or whatever. But I was talking to a lady at WeBank, okay, WBENC, right? WeBank. They provide the national certification for women business enterprise. Okay, that's the corporate certification. Right? So that's the corporate certification. I was talking to her, and we we're talking about how there's a lack of Black women in WeBank certified as for the national corporations, specifically because they look at that $350 and they say, I don't want to invest in myself. That's basically what you're saying. They're basically saying that's too much money. But on the other side, I have a client who did that. 350. We're talking about mindset, and we're talking about money, right? Because yeah, you can get free information and write a bunch of notes, but how many of you have notebooks upon notebooks upon notebooks and information that conflicts and free information, and have not implemented, have not gotten results, have not gotten anywhere at all, right? From that free information. Transformation happens with transaction. And I have learned that from my coach, and I've learned that in my business. You have to make a transaction. You have to be willing to get past this number to get to the other side, to get the blessings that are coming to you. So a lot of people get stuck when it just on the WeBank side, when it's $350, right? I have a client who paid that $350, right? She's not one of those that thought, oh, $350. Well, I'll just wait. I'll go the freeway. I'll just go look up some stuff. She is now being offered a contract, a national contract to serve on a project that's worth multiple millions of dollars. That's what 350 gets you. Transformation, transaction, investment. You have to invest in yourself to get in the room, to be on the list, to know the knowledge, to have these relationships. Investments is the best thing that you can do. I still invest in myself every opportunity, whatever I need, and I want to get there faster. I'm going to invest in a coach to help me get there faster, and the return on investment, it will come. So when I say, yeah, to work with me, like, yeah, I share a lot of free information, but to work with me, this is where we do the implementation. That takes a transaction. You have to invest in yourself to work on that level, right? Because I know a lot of my clients are landing multiple millions of dollars in contract like that. That one contract, even if it's just 50,000, is still way more than the investment into the program. Why would you stop yourself? And it's something that you learn that you can do for lifetimes to come, for generations to come, for forever, until you decide to either retire because you've made all of these millions and trillions and all that stuff. Once you learn something, you can do it over and over and over, and you can teach other people how to do it. And so a lot of people get stuck on that investment. Is it going to bring me a return on my investment? Well, did we not, or have you not done the research on all the contracting opportunities? And we're talking about trillions on the federal level, trillions on the state level, trillions on the city level. And are you not optimized and maximized as a woman minority business owner that's disadvantaged, who may be service disabled and LGBT and all those different socioeconomic? Are you not optimized, right? And so if you are, the answer to that is yes, I'm optimized. Yes, I'm certified. Yes, I'm in position. Then guess what? You will get contracts if you do the work. The question is, do you know what work to do? And if not, you need to find what to do, right? That's the blueprint. That's the strategy. That's what you invest in, the strategy to help you get there. You're leaving money on the table. So a small investment to get to that, those trillions, those millions that are set aside, is just like, come on, our people, like, it's us. We're the only ones that is questioning because, like, the lady that I had a conversation with, there's a lack of minority Black women. Women business enterprise on a corporate level. I mean, there's so much money that these corporations have specifically for you, but there's a lack of women who are willing to make a $350 investment in themselves. My client bid was for 20 plus million with a $350 investment into that knowledge, to that relationship. And so we have to stop thinking about, is it going to bring a return on our investment? No, this is not a class. This is not a class where it may work or may not work. It does work. It's proven. The history, the records, the contracts, they're out there, right? So it works, period. But it works if you work it. You have to do the work. It's not going to fall in your lap. There's hard work sometimes, yeah. But guess what? You continue to do the work, you will get to the pool of money, period, right? So that's almost, you have to guarantee yourself. You have to believe in yourself. Are you going to give up? And if you decide, if you have it in you that you're going to give up, then guess what? It's not going to work for you. If you have it in you that the cat and the dog is getting on your nerves, so you just going to take some time off, then guess what? It's not going to work for you. If you have it in yourself, you say, well, the city said I have to wait, so I'm just going to sit back and do nothing, then it may not work for you. But you have to have the attitude that I'm going to get there. I see the opportunity and I'm going to get there. This is what I need to do every single day. I'm going to have to be diligent. I have to be consistent. I have to be serious, and I have to be extreme focused. And so Now, if you do the research, if you look at all the podcasts of all the amazing leaders that have been out there, like John Maxwell, Zig Ziglar, Jack Cantrell, like Tony Robbins, and all of these other people, the one thing that they all have in common, that the one statement that they say, that they all say they have in common, is you have to have extreme focus. You have to believe in yourself. You have to see it happening. And so when you see doubt for yourself, you block yourself. When you see walls for yourself, you block yourself. Um, Somebody was asking, I can't remember what it was. Somebody asked me a question. I can't remember what it was, but it was something about like, what if blah 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 happens? Why are you imagining things to fail? You gotta see it to believe it. You have to imagine it to get there. You have to see a clear road. You can't put blocks before you even try. It's just like, why would you want to get involved in something and to create an opportunity for yourself only to say, well, I'm just going to throw this roadblock up for me, right? And just create that. No, there's always a way around denials. There's always ways around paperwork. The bottom line is, if you want it, you can get it. So if you're looking for guarantee, you have to guarantee yourself. Because if you do the work, is there. It's proven that women and minority small business owners are getting contracts. The only person that's not getting contracts are those who are disbelief, those who don't want to invest in themselves, those who are trying to figure it out and not tired of trying just yet. They're not trying. Not tired of trying. But when you're tired of trying and you want to get it right, then you find a way. You find a coach. You find someone who can show you the blueprint. You find someone who's been there, who can help you get there and help you get there faster. So anyway, Dr. Evangelist Tamika Brown, you are back. No, there is not a class offering for $350. So you probably just joined, but I was talking about the WeBank certification is $350 a year. But a lot of people get hung up on that. But on the other side of that investment, so we're just talking about investments and mindsets, and what holds people back from the promise. Like what's there? That's your 40 acres and a mule is there. It's disguised as government contracting. It's disguised as corporate contracting, because it takes work to get it right. It's Lauren. Hey, Lauren. Lorraine says, extreme focus. My favorite saying is, God gave us our path in our dreams and imagination. Yes. I've been asked for my fee schedule for another bid directly from the coordinator. We need to talk. It just says Facebook user. So I don't know. If you didn't click on the StreamYard link, I can't see your name. So I don't know who you are, but it just says that you've asked for a fee schedule for another bid directly. That's awesome. I don't know who that is, but I'm shouting for you because if they're asking for your fee schedule, that means they are planning to give you some type of contract. Oh, and then I also want to say, okay, so I talked about WeBank, right? We're building relationships because they have this whole thing that's getting ready to happen. For those who are in my program, for those who are going to be in my my mentor community or whatever, we're doing things. We're going to do things differently because we're growing. And as I'm growing, I'm bringing people with me only for those who are serious and ready to go. And so I'm building a relationship there to connect minority women with corporate contracts. These are Twitters, the Facebooks, the Chevrons, like the Walmarts, all these 500 Fortune companies. They got money for you. I'm gonna show you how to get it. Okay, so that's what we're doing. Oh, I knew it was Sharita. There you go. So Sharita is my client. She started with me back in November in the program after going through a 5-day challenge. She landed her first contract in January, second contract by like February, March. She's already been asked for another fee schedule on another contract. I'm just saying, you do the work. She's one of those that did the work, and she does the work. The system is in place for you to win. You do the work, you get the contracts. You do the work, you get the results, right? So for those who are waiting for things to fall in your lap, it's not going to be for you. I'm just letting you know, it's not going to fall for you. Let me see. Dr. Evangelist. Okay, say that's the WE program you're speaking of for the So it's the WEB, the WBE corporate certification program. But anyway, so there's a relationship there. So I'm going to be a pipeline. We're building a partnership. Pipelines. So I'm helping people get connected to the corporate. Because if you can do government and corporate, it's game over. It's game over. There's a lot of people out here that are competing on like a small level. I'm like, we up here, we over here, we're somewhere else. Like, it's game over on government and corporate, like millions and billions. Because guess what? On the government level, you graduate at some point over a multi-million dollar threshold. Once you graduate out of that threshold, then there's no more set asides for you. But corporate, there's no cap. Okay, so having them both is going to be key. So anyway, these are the things that I'm super excited about, those relationships that we're bringing and that we're setting you up with. We also have an expert. I recently partnered with another government contracting consulting firm, right? Because like I said, we're better together, right? It's not about competing against each other. What are you doing in your program? This is what I'm doing. Let's figure out a common ground where we can kind of cooperate and collaborate and connect and partner. So we are partnering. And this particular coach is actually we're working on some things for my clients and for those who may be in my my membership community, which is going to be a low cost, right? And I'll talk more about that in just a moment. But anyway, she's strategically, because not every government contracting has to go to bid, right? So and I talk about those things with my clients as well. But she's the expert in simplified acquisition. She's the expert in those areas. Simplified acquisition, below the threshold, things that you never have to bid on, how to go after contracts that you never have to bid on, all that stuff. So that is the reason why if you're SAM certified and you're looking through beta, that's why you don't see nothing there. There's some things happening around in the back end, right? There's some things happening. The reason why it never goes out is because people are getting contracts without it going to bid. So anyway, we're bringing that expert on. Of course, there's going to be a consulting fee. Nothing is going to be free, but she's still going to come share some tips and everything. If for those who may just want to do some research, whatever, you'll have those tips. But anyway, the partnerships that I'm building, it's just like life changing. I'm just saying. Princess says yes, I need to connect and invest. Latoya Griffin, yeah, my third what? You up to 3? So you up to 2. So you have 2. So Latoya Griffin, this Sharita. Third contract is manifesting. So super cool. Kim says I'm ready to do the work. So anyway, so before I jump over to what's happening next, I want to let you know, for those who are interested in applying to work with me inside my program, where to go. It's the $1,000,000governmentcontracts.com. That's the website. Government contracts. I'm going to pull up the website just so you guys can see it. $1,000,000governmentcontracts.com. That is where you will go to apply to work with me. There's an application process. Like I said, we don't work with just anybody. We want to know that you're ready. If you don't even have a business license, you're not ready for this part yet. But guess what? We have resources to help you start your business. Like, I have partners and stuff who does that. That's their expertise. What I do here is I help you grow your business exponentially. That's what I do. Okay. So if you're not even ready to grow because you haven't even started, then it's going to be a mismatch and your application is going to be denied. But it'll be denied with some information of resources of where you can start. Okay. Because that's just how we work. That's what we do. That's how we help our people. So you go to $1,000,000governmentcontracts.com to submit an application. And then depending on your application, we do review those. We'll let you know if you're qualified to move on to the next step, which is to schedule a call with my team to go over the details of our program and we can work together, right? So most of the people are landing contracts in like 90 days. That's what I'm saying. You do the work, you get the results, okay? So you got to be ready. Hey, Tawny. So $1,000,000governmentcontracts.com. Okay, so here's the other announcement that I want to make. I think it is, let me see. Yeah. All right. So nothing is changing on YouTube, right? So nothing is changing on YouTube. But for those who are in the government contracts for women and minority business owners Facebook group, changes are happening. But change is good because we're growing. And like I said, we're bringing a lot more resources. We're bringing a lot more value. And y'all, and guess what? Just because you're in the group doesn't mean I'm your coach. You're not. There's a process. There's a transaction for me to be your coach, right? So I'm just keeping it real. So there's some changes that's happening because of course the group is growing a lot, and we want to be able to manage it in a better way, but also give more value inside of our group. So we are switching. So the government contracts for women and minority business owners Facebook group is shutting down because we're building a membership group, right? The membership group is going to be called GovCon Insider. So in order to sign up, of course, it's going to be a minimal fee of $20 a month, right? So the value, of course, that we give is way beyond that, but at least at some point we're going to separate the serious from the people that's kicking rocks. We want to separate the serious for the ones that's just looky loos, or the ones that's just popping in to sell to our group without permission and all that stuff. So we want to separate the serious. Okay, because if you're serious about growing your business, $20 a month that's like buying a piece of cake. Really, it is. But the value that you're going to get. So we have a lot of value that we're going to be giving in that group. But also you'll get discounts on our events, some of our trainings, discounts on our coaching program, all that stuff. So it's definitely going to be advantageous for you to join us in that group. So anyway, in order for you to sign up for this new group, you will go to govconinsider.tv, right? So the new name of their new group is going to be GovCon Insider. On insider.tv. So this is the link where you will go to sign up. This will actually, what just happened? So Stacia, where's the link to, so I can show like what's going to be included if you're on here? .tv. I don't see it here. So it's going to you're in. Join the private Facebook community. All right. So GovCon Insider. Hold on. Let me see if I can find the right link. I don't know where this link is redirecting to somewhere else. Give me 1 second, you guys. Oh, that's the upsell preview. This is all right. I know she shared the link, so I'm going to share with you all. Oh, everything is forwarding. So I don't know, Stacia, if you're on here, let me know, because everything is forwarding to a different thing. All right. So anyway, I'll share the link with you all. I think you can also find it at $20 government contracts. Let me see. /GovCon Insider. Let me see if that works. Oh, all right. So anyway, we got some linking things going on. That's kind of off right now, and I don't know where Stacia is. Link I'm just like, I know the link doesn't work. Forwarding. Okay. All right, so she's working on it. But anyway, I'll share the link with you all in just a moment. So really it's going to be at govconinsider.tv. Right now it's forwarding somewhere else, and so we have some technical things that we've just launched. But anyway, you're going to get a lot of templates and downloads and trainings and videos, all of that for $20 a month, and you get discounts. So just being a part of this new community is going to be amazing. We're going to have a lot of guest speakers, a lot of other people coming to bring value and all that stuff. And then from there, because now we know that you're at least pre-qualified to work with us, right? You're pre-qualified, and we want to get you to the point of being pre-qualified to work with us so that you can apply for the program, right? This is where we work together. Me as your personal coach, helping you implement the $1 trillion government contracts accelerator, which is the system, the proven system that gets you results. So for those who are saying, I'm ready to sign up, I'm ready to get to results. I'm tired of waiting. I'm tired of guessing. My notebook, I'm all notebook filled, right? I have all of these notes, no information about strategies and no results, right? I've tried it on my own, and I really just want to get to the contracts, right? All of that is happening at the GovCon Insider, right? So, but we'll definitely there's going to be a link inside the GovCon when the website is right. So just come back in like maybe 30 minutes or so, and when the website is not forwarding, because right now I don't know why it's forwarding, but there's some technical things going on behind the scenes. But when the website is right, you'll be able to sign up, and there's going to be a subscription. Now you can pay, you can quit anytime that you want, so there's no contract, there's no month to month commitment or whatever. So you can be a member as long as you want. You can get out whenever you want, or rejoin whenever you want. But this is going to be an amazing community, and we're making strides, right? So as I continue to grow, build amazing relationships, I'm going to continue to give into this amazing community. But again, like I said, it's going to separate those who are serious from the tire kickers, the ones that are just looky-loos and just standing around trying to figure out what to say, what to say next or whatever, So, hey, Gloria. Kim Jones says, I have a business and ready to grow, but was turned down for the program. All right. So usually, so Kim, so like I said, we don't work with everybody. There's an application process. So depending on the answers that you impute on your application, it lets us know if you're ready to go to the next level. It kind of gives us an idea. But because we set our application up like that, sometimes we do know that there are exceptions where people, even though they have these answers, right? They can either be resourceful or they really are ready to grow their business. If that's the case, reach out to us at support@shesgotgoals.com. Send us an email to support@shesgotgoals.com. And then if that's the case, if you're one of those rare scenarios, then definitely we can still get you on a call, just to kind of make sure that your application wasn't rejected in error, because that does happen. It's technology. But we can get you on a call. Okay. So let me see. So there are offers. So our offer, just it kind of ranges. They're high ticket offers, but the return on your like one day, just like I said, the 350 to the 20 million, there's no relation. There's no nothing. I mean, you can't just like not do it. But do you have a checklist to audit your business? Yes, we have a checklist. So that Tawanda, that checklist also is going to be available inside of our new GovCon Insider community and Facebook. I think it's also already available inside the existing group, but that group is going to be shut down today. So but yeah, so hopefully the GovCon Insider website will be working. GovConInsider.tv. I think somebody's work. I think my assistant is working on it, but we're working on it. So insider.tv, and then once we get that working correctly, we'll just drop a post on both YouTube as well as in the Facebook before we shut it down. And so all of you that are inquiring about signing up, you'll at least have the link. But this will be the link. It's just being redirected right now. So we're fixing some things in the background. All right. So what questions do you have before I go? So what questions do you have? Let me know if you guys have any questions before I go. I know I saw a question earlier today that I meant to get back to, but I cannot find what that question was, or somebody was asking. But let me know if you have any questions before we go. Can't find that question. Yeah, somebody had a question. I can't remember who it was, but so you're so close. I think it was Keziah. You were saying that you're close, but you're stuck. And I just kind of wanted to know what you mean by stuck. Where are you stuck at? Princess had a question. With the woman certifications, do you have to have an actual office, or it can be a virtual office? Yeah. So they're not as strenuous or strict as SAM, the registration in SAM. So yeah. With my WeBank and SAM registration, I'm still lost. Yeah, because Lula said I'm still lost with these certifications. That's because you need the system. Okay, you need the system and the strategy. Certification is just documentation, right? That's just something you can leverage, right? But we show you the system, the strategy of now what do you do with those? How do you do it? How do you bid? Where do you find all of that stuff? Is like in our package. That's what we offer, coaching and support. And guess what? in our program, we have accountability, right? So we make sure that you are getting your questions answered. If you're stuck, we're going to physically like help you get unstuck. If you're looking at a bid, we're going to show you how to respond to that bid. And so I don't know what they do everywhere else, but this is type of support that you get inside our program. We're going to show you how to effectively understand the process, like every aspect of the process. And from there, as you grow, just know there's going to be a new level of something that you need to learn, right? You're going to need to learn bookkeeping. You're going to need to learn about tax savings. You're going to need to learn about executive bonus. There's always room for growth, right? So this is just the beginning, right? So because as you hit those $1 million marks or $500,000 marks, then now you start thinking about how can I protect myself from having to pay all these taxes out? And that's where payroll and business structure and all that stuff. So there's levels to this game. Okay. So anyway, so Lula, definitely be sure to go to $1,000,000governmentcontracts.com, schedule a call, apply to work with us, to schedule a call, because of course, if you're lost, we want to help you get unlost with the system that works. And that's the $1,000,000,000 government contracts accelerator system, that step by step, and it's clear, and you have support, and it's not a class that you just go off and do on your own. You have support every step of the way through bidding your first contract. So once you know that system, then from there it's just bidding. Then it becomes a numbers game. How many bids did you submit? How many are you winning? What level of government is that? Boom, boom, boom. So all of that stuff is what we do and help you with. Sharita says, I currently work for the government. How do you become a government contract without, excuse me, without it being a conflict of interest? You have to quit. That's the only way, right? So it depends. So if you work for the federal government, that means you cannot be federally certified as a business, but you can do stuff on the city level. It just can't have federal dollars attached. And you may be able to do stuff on the state level that does not have federal dollars attached. So that's like a workaround. Outside of that, of course, you pretty much have to resign and become a contractor. And so it's a leap of faith, and I know it's scary. And I'm gonna tell you, I've been there. I've actually resigned at the age of 30. So I resigned at 30 to start my own business, and I'm 45. So I resigned at 30 to start my own business, and now I don't have to worry about anything because I'm set. Like with contracting, I'm set. Like with my business, I'm way better off working for myself than I was for a company. And when you work for a company, you feel the security and you feel like, you got your benefits and all these things. But working for yourself is like you remove the roof. There's like, now it's wide open. So whatever they said you were worth, now you're worth a lot more. So there's just a matter of decisions and how comfortable you feel. But of course, you don't just want to just leave. You want to have a plan. It's a plan of action. So you can put a plan of action in place so that you're secure. You secure your own self and your own future. Then of course you want to have those things in place. Kim says, I was displaced from my corporate job of 18 years and getting severance package. Now is my time. I'm eating myself and business while I get paid to not have a 9-to-5. Yep. Now is the time. So let me see, Eleanor, you're speaking the truth. I need to finish my certification. You are calling me out, just saying, but I'm ready. Yeah, you gotta finish the race. And I know it's a lot of paperwork, but you gotta finish the race. You can't give up. Especially with those opportunities that are on the other side of that, right? So Ashonda Loftus, thank you for sharing your story. Mentorship is important. Sign me up. Yes. Yes, Lorraine says, I got my 350 and ready to invest in myself. That is for the WeBank. Of course, it's not for our program, but the WeBank is a third-party certifier. And guess what? Now, for those who are, because I know several of you have, when the woman-owned small business certification process switched over, and in October, some of you have still, you submitted your application, but you're still waiting. You've been waiting for like 6 months, 9 months, or whatever. The good thing about this partnership that I'm building with WeBank, the great thing about corporate and government is if you just pay a little fee to become WeBank, not only are you opening up opportunities for you to also do corporate contracting, but guess what? They also process your WOSB certification. So you ain't got to worry about none of that. You ain't got to wait. And so with the relationships that I'm building, guess what? All I got to do is make a phone call and they're going to expedite those applications. So it's a win-win. I love building relationships. I love networking. I love connecting with people that make it happen. And I love working with small business owners that are like on fire, ready to take their business to the next level. So that's just a little inside tip. Katrina Gray, thank you for the information. You're welcome. Lorraine says it does work. Tawanda, I'm service disabled, woman on small business, veteran on small business, and minority owned. I'm stuck on the next step. So you need the system. So the best place for you to go for the system of how you can optimize, maximize, right, is going to be $20governmentcontracts.com. So go there, apply to work with us. We'll help you implement the system to get you beyond just the certifications. So you, because you have to know, and I'm glad that you shared that you have all these certifications, because people think that that's all you need. No, you need a system. You need a strategy. You need to know what to do. You need to know how to bid, where to look for these opportunities. You need to know everything to successfully land contracts. And so it's not enough just to have certifications. Certifications without a system is just a bunch of paperwork and a bunch of labels. That's all it is, a bunch of labels. So let me see. I know I've seen some more questions here. Okay, so I've been self-employed for 32 years and counting. Yes, Rochelle Wee. And she says she loves it. Tawana says, Perry Jones Jr. Oh, you're sharing with Perry to sign up for the new group. Okay, what system can I use to accept ProCard? Oh, I don't know what that is. I don't know what ProCard is. I'm not even sure what you're asking. But are you accepting payments for your clients, friends? I don't know what that is. Take the leap. God can and will. Yes, he will. The videos in this group gonna be transferred over. Yes, they will be transferred. Tawana, great investment. Tawny says, yeah, great investment I made. She's actually new in the program. Thank you so much for sharing that, Tawny. How long do you have to be in business? I'm a new notary. Okay, I think we covered that a little bit earlier, but if you're new, you can still get contracts. So in essence, that's basically, but we show you how, and we teach you exactly how to do that. So freedom. Yeah. So Latoya Griffin, hey Latoya, that was so me. Yep, the freedom on the other side, planned and executed. So Latoya actually also started the program with me inside my $1 trillion government contracts accelerator back in November, and she's already landed her first contract, I think in May, maybe April or May, in trucking, and probably on to more than just that one. But planned and executed. She saw an opportunity. She was trying to figure it out on her own. She planned to do the work, and she's executed the work, and now she's getting the results and reaping the results. So cool. Did somebody ask what are these questions are coming in so fast I can't keep up. Let me see. Okay, so Amber says, I'm having issues with the IRS stating that my TIN is failing. The name is spelled correctly, and I have used my Social Security and EIN. Any suggestions? Yeah. So if you have a TIN mismatch, that's basically what it's saying. I would just say call the Federal Service Help Desk and ask them why. Ask them why is it failing, and they'll be able to tell you. That's just the quickest way around it. Because if you've already corrected like your name, and you want to look at your name as it appears on your taxes, right? So if it's Amber with a middle initial, then you need to put that Amber with a middle initial on your SAM registration as the taxpayer name. Okay. If you're doing a DBA or whatever, then the name of your business is you, Amber Bentley. So yeah, so there's some variations of things that you have to just kind of tweak. But the best place to go is to call the federal help desk. Sometimes you get people that don't know what they're talking about, but hang up and calling in, maybe you'll get somebody who does. So just try that. Okay, that's going to be the best thing to do. Let me see. Do they help certify federal and state local? Yeah. So in our program, we actually have a done with you program, but we also have a done for you program where we do handle for our VIP clients. We do the certification paperwork for you, so you don't have to worry about the mismatches. You don't have to worry about the being declined, all the rigorous paperwork. We just tell you exactly what we need from you, and we handle it all. Okay, and we have the capacity now. Now that I'm partnered with other business owners, we have the capacity to take on more VIP clients as well. So, Vanessa Smith, what is the initial for WeBank? WBENC. WBENC. Those are the I think WBENC. Yeah. Shut the front door. Kesey says, shut the front door. I'm so ready for this part. Awesome. That one is still processing. Okay, I'm reading y'all questions and stuff. Ladies and gents, I invested in myself, and I promise you, you will love this program. Thank you, Melissa Washington. Yeah. Yada. I'm like, who was Melissa? Because I know all of my clients. Like, I know y'all by name. That's Yada. Finally getting certified now. So cool. There are notary contracts for real. Yeah, for real. Yeah. So actually, if you go on my YouTube channel, so you'll find it under Carwana D. There's a video that I did about notary contracts, government contracts for notary businesses. Very popular YouTube video. A lot of information about the sizable contracts, how much the contracts are for notary businesses, and all that stuff. So yes, there are contracts for you. Oh, so Joyce, if you sent questions, drop a new question, because I can't see your question. How do we accept payment from the government? Oh, well, how do you accept? I don't know. It says Facebook user, so I don't know who I'm talking to, but normally they pay you through your checking account, which is why they ask you for your routing number and bank account number, but also they pay you via check, right? So they'll send you a check. So it just depends on what agency, what contract, how it's negotiated for you to get paid. If you're a sub, like, there's variations, but for the most part, you're either going to get a check or you're going to get a direct deposit. How much is the done with you? Done with you is the 10K up program. Okay, so it's 10K up and up. So Vanessa Smith, thanks. You're welcome. I'm invisible. Okay, join the new program. Okay, I think the site is up, y'all. I talked long enough. Okay, let me see. GovCon Insider, GovConInsider.tv. Thank you, Stacia. So yeah, I have people helping behind the scenes that are awesome. And as you grow, you will have to grow a team, of course. So I'm really grateful for those who help me behind the scenes in my business. And so, because I could have never done that and be talking at the same time. So this is the site that you guys are going to see. GovCon Insider, right? This is going to be the new membership portal. We'll have a new community and all that stuff, because the existing Facebook group is going to be shut down. It's only $20 a month. Of course, you can subscribe, and it'll be automatic until, unless you unsubscribe, right? You can do that at your own, leisure or whatever. But to become a member, but it says basically become a member of the GovCon Insider, insight, information, resources. So you're going to get industry briefing, tips, small business news, inspiration, insights from myself as your group leader or whatever. Qualify for government contract. You'll get the checklist, so that audit list that one of you were asking about. Private members only Facebook group, so only those who are thinkers and doers, only action takers, those who are willing to invest. That small investment right there just lets me know who you are. And interviews that will basically help you to think bigger and scale with government contracts. But there's a lot more perks, like early access to upcoming events. You guys will be the first to know about upcoming events, workshops, pop-up trainings, and swags on our discounts. We have $1 million or or self-made millionaire swag, government contracting swag, all that stuff. Flip my business with government contract. We have swag that is really, really, really nice and amazing. So so go to govcominsider.tv to sign up. I can't wait to see you all in the new group. I'm excited about the journey that we're getting ready to take together. And for those who are going to be joining me inside the actual coaching program where I help you and become your coach, I'm even more excited because we're going to help you get to those results, okay? By implementing the system. Hey, Mary from Jackson, Mississippi, and you're welcome. I know you mentioned contracts don't often say what may we offer explicitly. So what do you offer explicitly? So in several of my videos, and you'll find a lot of videos because I see you over on YouTube, Jaleesa. You'll see several different videos that talks about what you can sell to the government. A good test. I don't know what you do, but if you post it here, I'll let you know. Basically, if I've seen contracts for that. But basically, if you can sell it to a person, you can sell it to the government. The government is just an agency full of people. So we have clients that sell trucking services, wigs, all different types of things, janitorial service, cleaning services, accounting, photography, media. Like there's so many different things. Like just imagine, everything except I don't know if they buy sex toys. That's the only thing I haven't seen yet. I don't know if they do. I'm pretty sure they do in the commissaries, but but if you can sell it to a person, you can sell it to the government. So that is basically the litmus test. And of course, we show you how to strategically position yourself to sell your service to the government. That's just something we do with our clients inside the program. But I'm just curious as to what it is that you're trying to sell to the government. And drop it in chat. Let us know. Have you seen commercial insurance contract? Yep, I have. I've seen real estate. I've seen commercial insurance. I've seen life insurance. I've seen there's a lot. I mean, like I said, if you can sell it to a person, you can sell it to the government. Okay. Lights, phones, water, food, shoes, clothes, eyelashes, all that stuff. You can sell it to the government. Once you're ready to SAM, do you automatically get your cage code? Yep, you do. You have, you do get your cage code. Hood hippie. Who I got signed up. Yay, Cynthia. You also said we have no leverage the certs and pitch to the prime. What? Oh, we have to leverage the certs and pitch to prime. Yeah, so there's a bunch of different things. There's a bunch of strategies, right? Leveraging your certification, pitch to the primes. That's like this much that you have to do in a strategy. So it's a system, right? So that is one of the many parts of marketing yourself to the government. So leveraging your certifications is something that you can do as a business owner. The choice is yours. Do you want contracts? Do you not? So it's like, if you want to land contracts with primes and you want to land subcontracts, then of course you have to market yourself to prime contractors. And the best way to market yourself to those prime contractors who have to use minority, and they have a certain percentage of their contract that they have to give to women, certain percentage of their contracts that they have to use on local levels. Yeah, you have that. Now you have that leverage. Now you can say, oh, I see your contract have a 20% goal to use women. I'm a woman and I got that certification. I want to be on your contract. So that's basically how that works. That's what leverage looks like. Okay. But of course, that's just one of many strategies. Okay. What else? Notary. Yeah. So notary. So yeah, notary services. Yeah. You can sell notary services to the government. In a business English program called International Ambitions. So what is business English? I don't know what that is. So you have to be specific. So the best place to go to check like what you call your service versus what the government call it is the NAICS index. So if you go to NAICS.com, put in a keyword and see what you find. If you can basically find it on there, that means you can sell it to the government. But sometimes your label for it is not the same. So if it's like curriculum, that's different. If it's business consulting, that's different. If it's language translation, that's different. So you have to really narrow down what it is that you're selling. and find out what is that translation between what you call it and what the government calls it. You're welcome. Is there a certain type of consulting for a contract? I don't know what that means. Certain type of consulting for a contract? No, there's all. I mean, so consulting, like what is it that you sell? Are you a real estate consultant? Are you a business consultant? Are you a marketing consultant, communications consultant, environmental consultant? Like if you can sell it to a person, you can sell it to the government. So what is it that you do? Right? So the best way to look for opportunities and way to position yourself is to ask yourself, what is it that I'm selling? Not what does the government buy? Because that list is long. It's like super, it's too long, right? For you to even care that they buy dog food if you don't sell dog food. But what is it that you sell? And that's work backwards from there. Business and setups. Yeah, business consulting. That's basically what it is. Business consulting. So if that's what consulting is for you, and you said you help businesses get started, then that's considered business consulting. That falls under that area. So taxes, yeah, so tax consulting. That's basically what that is, or tax services. So look it up on the NAICS codes website. All right, cool. So, all right, so I'm well over my time. I've been talking. But I hope that this was helpful for you guys, especially for those who had the question, I'm SAM certified, what's next, or now what? So now you know that there's a lot more work to do. Now you know you have to audit your business. Now you know you want to optimize and maximize and have a strategic targeting research plan, and you want to know how to market yourself to the government, and you do want to understand what is bidding. That is, I mean, because of course without that, basically you just have a bunch of acronyms. You have a lot of paperwork and certifications. If you don't understand that process, you can't do anything with those certifications. And also, having those certifications, a lot of companies that need to use you, they need, literally, sometimes they reach out and say, you don't have to do no work. Just let me list you because I need you for this $1 billion contract. I need your woman business enterprise certification or whatever. That's just what but of course you definitely want to at least help manage, be a project manager or do something, right? So that it's legal and they're just not using your certification, because that's a pass-through. That's all of that is illegal. But you want to do something like on that project, even if it's minimal, right? So Casey, Monique, amazing, Kawana. I'm so appreciative of your expertise. Thank you. How much is your mentorship? So our program ranges. It ranges, and it just depends on what it is that you're looking for, how much support you need. Do you need like 6 weeks or 6 months? Do you want one-on-one or group coaching? So it will manage. I mean, it'll vary, right? So the best place to go, again, is $1 Trillion Government Contracts Accelerator for the program. $1 Trillion Government Contracts Accelerator. Now the GovCon Insider is just our group, right? It's like our low cost group, right? There is no coaching and consulting in there. It's just me sharing knowledge and tips, right? Knowledge and tips will get you so far. For the coaching part, it's a bigger investment, and it kind of ranges between 2 and 10K. So that's like, just so you understand, that's the range, and it depends on where you are in your business and what you want to accomplish, how fast you want to get there, how much help and support, and how much of our coaching and help and accountability you desire, right, to help you get there faster. To sign up, to apply, to work with us, this is the link to the application, governmentcontracts.com. So this is the link, is $1 Trillion governmentcontracts.com. That is the link to our application to apply to work with us. All right, so that is it for today. I hope this has been very helpful for you. For those who are in the Facebook community, again, this group is shutting down. Join us at the GovCon Insider, and there's going to be y'all ready? It's going to be as we grow, you grow. As we grow all together, and so there's just going to be a lot of value that's happening inside that group. A lot of fire, but also again, you'll be receiving lots and lots of early access and discounts and stuff to our other programs that we offer. Okay. Will this video be uploaded to watch later? Yes, it will be. It will be, but nothing is changing on YouTube. So it's on YouTube, right? It'll stay on YouTube. But it's just that the for the Facebook group where you also get all these other things along with it, the checklists and workbooks and all this other stuff, and just the community as a whole. You know, that's where we're moving over to GovCon Insider on Facebook. All right. So, okay. So we see you, Dr. Evangelist Tamika. Thank you so much for joining our new group. We ready? Let's grow. I pay for membership. Time to start focusing. All right. So let's go. All right. So y'all have a great weekend, and I'll see you again next Friday. It was great. Thank you so much for all of your questions and all of your accolades and everything like that. So I'll see you next weekend here at Family Talk Friday. All right. Have a good one. Bye-bye.